Hello friends, Assalamu alaikum. You might be surprised at why I am making a video in this chilly morning, which is very intense. Cold wave is very intense today, but it was very purposeful to do so. I have been receiving a lot of queries regarding history optional. From past few 2 weeks, almost 15 queries came to me regarding history optional. I believe that history optional is becoming somewhat lucrative at GKPSC, and in UPSC it was always a good optional to deal with. But I'm very surprised that it has become one of the most attractive options lately with regards to JKPSC. Um, I don't know why, because it can be toppled anytime. Mm, I have been told by my friends that this year probably the result has been good. We have a good good selections with good ranks from this optional. That might be one of the reasons. Since I have been dealing with history optional from quite a time now, so some of my good friends have recommended their students or their colleagues to take some advices from history optional from me. What I have been telling them and what my purpose is today with regards to that optional, that any optional is good as you study it. But in history optional in particular, what I feel is the syllabus is very intense and very vast. But vastness of syllabus is well defined. You have explicitly mentioned topics, which makes that decoding of syllabus very easily. But before I recommend my students to go with this history optional, they should analyze papers. I have always told my students and asked them to analyze previous years, almost 10 to 12 years question papers from the past, analyze them carefully and see where the UPSC sets its boundaries, because almost the way UPSC sets history paper, same can be seen in similar pattern can be seen in JKPSC as well. तो वहाँ आपको एक थॉरो एनालिसिस करनी होगी. तो वहाँ जाके आप वहाँ क्या कर सकते हैं, तो वहाँ जाके आपका एक बाउंड्री सेट होगा. टू डिफाइन कॉन्ट्यूर्स इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज दिस इज एन कम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम, दिस इज नॉट एन एकेडमिक अरेंजमेंट. तो एकेडमिकली इसको देखना ही नहीं है, दो यू हैव टू स्टडी सिमिलर बुक्स जो आप एकेडमिक इसमें कोर्स में पढ़ते हैं, बट दोज हैव टू बी स्टडीड वेरी डिफरेंटली. They have to be and competition has to be developed, and similarly a good answer writing skill, especially with history optional, has to be defined. So before any query related to this subject, or whether we want to take this subject or some other subject, I would only suggest as of now, ki take few past year question papers, analyze them. If you are able to grasp those questions out of your history knowledge, whatever it is, as far as history is concerned, as far as now is concerned, you can have a better edge that whether I can really deal with the subject or not. And filtering of books, filtering of material is very important as far as history is concerned. So but that would be the second task to do. First task is to build your whether you really want to go it, because it's a lengthy subject, but easy to deal with when examination is concerned, after a good writing skill. So that is my advice as of now. This does not end up here. What I would probably see, that if still queries remain, that would be addressed after that you have finished this exercise by first week. That you have to analyze papers. Very important. That's a very important task in this. That can save you a few months' time if you can analyze papers. Can analyze the papers that how within which how examiner frames the paper out of the syllabus, which is very intense. If you can set your boundaries there, that way you have cracked it a few months earlier. That may save a few months time, and that's my word to you. The first and foremost thing is that go by the past year papers, analyze them, and 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 really you can motivate yourself that whether we should go with this subject or not, because that's a really defining point in choosing history optional. You really want to go with it or not? Thank you so much.